Good evening. Welcome into Studio 10 Broadcasting. I'm Michael Anthony. Let's talk. Yeah, let me check the live function here. Just make sure that my monitor is running live. Running live. I hope everybody had a great day. It's been devastating news all over the place by and for many. Just give me 1 second here. 1 second here, and I'll be able to hang out with some people. And they're. Wow, they're already there. Everybody's already there. Come on. Get in here. All right, so I know you guys are like, rocking heavy. A lot of very serious news. Ukraine, truckers. Where's the narrative? What's going on? Is it true? Is Biden trying to taunt war? And is this provocation why Putin is taking out biolabs? I mean, hey, what does anybody know about that? Jeff Strong, how are you? Gary, how are you? Mary Beth, I hope you're taking care of your jaw. And good evening to you, Gary. Thank you for saying that. We'll give a few minutes. Let's see if anybody else shows up. Nancy Vincent and Beth are out there, although Beth's not feeling well. She's a rock star. She's trying to hang in there for me tonight the best she can to get some shares out. It would really help if you could go into your little left side, click share button and put it on your homepage or, whatever you guys do. It would be greatly appreciated. Look, tonight I want to come in with round two. Last night it was a lot about truckers, hinted a little bit about Putin. Could it be possibly true that Putin on his own, really has a retaliation in place in his mindset, and he just doesn't like this new opposition of the New World Order? Is he fighting Nazism on his own, by his own, with his own people? It sure seems that that's part of it. And tomorrow night, the special guest will be on with me, Jen Woodruff. She's going to be in. We're going to partake, do a lot of homework to bring factual information. I also have a connection out of Ukraine. Last night, I was hanging out with Michael from Conflict Radio a little bit, taunting the show, and he was giving out a lot of shout outs about 10 o'clock talks back. So thank you, brother. I appreciate you getting the name out there for me. I really do. We're like you. We're not in this for reasons of purpose. We're in this because we have concerns and where our America's headed. He froze up. I know why I froze up. That means multiple shares are going out really hard. That's what that means. And that's not bad because we need to be shared. Let's let a moment pass and let some sharing get underway. I also want to say hi to Dawn and thanks for your support. Another friend of mine who has a platform really does well with it. Good guy, God guy. Christian and more. B Dice is on. Good evening to you, B, and good evening to everyone else. B says, hey, look, so here, you guys had done homework all day long. I was working. I have some things. Believe me, I do. But one thing that rests in the back of my mind, the only guy that Putin was ever happy to see at any of these meetings, he always made a point to go, hey, Jeffrey, he always made a point to go up to who? Trump. Could Trump be able to weigh in here? I'm not saying that it needs weight put anywhere. If Mr. Putin feels that he has a job to do that's going to, better render our society, then I think we have to let him do it. I think this is our chance, and we don't have a government that does anything for the United States of America. We didn't even have a President's Day this year. Joe Obama was MIA, both of them. I mean, truthfully, if you think about it, when have they ever served a day for the people? It's for an agenda. They don't serve for the people. They serve for an agenda. And that's, I say with sadness, and that's true. And again, tomorrow night, Jen Woodruff's going to be on with me. We're going to be doing a special entourage of a bunch of information that concerns truckers. And hey, I want to say this to all the overpasses and all the states and all the people that are following the boy. Get out there and cheer these guys on. Offer them your land to park, place to pee if they need to, whatever. Stay involved. Trump even made a little statement if it was real. If it was real, he's backing this ordeal. I guess he wants to see it going to Washington. Again, it could be narrative. Maybe it's not real, even really real. Maybe it is real. I don't know. In the meantime, while we're getting shared out there, why don't you guys prepare some comments here? Really, I worked all day. I mean, this isn't about the homework that I could come in with. I have a lot of things in my mind, but I like to discuss them with you. I really want to see the people, you, the people, we, the people, use voice in this platform. Anybody wants to like put up a comment, please do. I mean, you know where I'm at. Like I said, who fired the first shot? I kind of knew what was going to happen. I mean, I really did. It was a gut instinct feeling, and I was promoting it. And now there's nothing's funny about this, but it is funny when you realize that there is a purpose of where Putin's mindset is. He's going after specific targets, and they seem to be labs. Is this part of the? It seems to be part of the medication and bio industry. That's all I'm saying. So who's the fight with? Who's really going to be in the fight here? Is it going to be the United Nations? I mean, you know, I'm thinking it might be. Look where our troops have been sent. Not to Ukraine. They've been sent to the outside resource cities where and the best interest serves the opposition of this world new order world global elite power shitheads. Okay, I can't put it any other way. I just can't put it any other way, guys. So what's on everybody's mind? What did you guys? I think the Russians are pretty neat. Hey, Eric, how are you, man? It's a free bear tomorrow. We need some free bear here. That'll get people in. You know, I wish I could do it for you guys. You know what? I would do it in a heartbeat. I really would. I don't have a problem spending a couple $100 buying a bunch of beer for everybody to hang out and congregate. Too bad that we can't somehow make that work. I mean, we're all so far apart in this struggle and fight. But, know that my thoughts are with you that way. They truly are with you that way. Hey, Bill, really, really great. Another really great guy there, Bill Rigby. Supports me a lot, and I appreciate you, Bill. Thank you for that. We're going to shout out your group right now. Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. And let me tell you something. We come into this platform and we don't judge anybody because we're all different. We all bring something different to the plate, and this is what makes us all special. That makes us patriots. And I love patriots. I really do. I love sincere patriotism and people that stand tall and hard and strong for everybody out there. So come on, guys, you were busy in these chat rooms all day. I was watching a little bit. What's everybody's thoughts? I mean, I can find some. All I have to do is turn on one of the chat rooms, and I'm sure I'll find a shitload of material dumped. I know that. Jen, what do you got? You got something for me? Jen's a rock star. She truly is. And again, she's going to be on with me tomorrow night. We're going to be doing a show together. I just wanted to come in and check with everybody here, for one, to keep the support going for America, for the truckers, okay? And for all the Americans in Ukraine that are in harm's way and in other places over there in Poland and more who may be visiting and more. But you know what? These are difficult times. These are difficult measures and extremes. And, it's not like we weren't fair warned. It's not like there was not fair warning. Putin told them, put down your weapons, go to your families, and we'll take care of things from here. Putin just wants what was once Russia's, Ukraine, in my mind. And that's what I understand is factual information. All right, so we have a few people in here. No doubt from James Dennis. How are you tonight? So I'm getting friend requests right now, and I feel terrible that I can't fulfill them in case they want to get in. But if you go into any of the chat rooms, you'll be able to find me. You'll be able to find it, or try to follow me. I just look up Michael Anthony Facebook, and you'll be able to click on it and follow. I believe. I mean, that would be your easiest way in if you don't come across this and some other measure. All right, so Jeffson, I heard that China is making moves towards. Yeah, you're right, and Israel's in conflict right now with Iraq. What does this all mean? Think about it. There's a big entourage of narrative here. It's madness. It's madness. But don't think measures like this weren't thought and planned. However, I don't think they expected Putin to pull what he's just done. But again, I think that there's a different type of logic being done here. All right, so B Dice has a comment. I don't like how they are making it like a soap opera. If you're referring to the national news media vaccination squad, that's the mind control thing. They're saying their phases Russia going to do. Yeah, he's going to give them ultimatums every time he makes a move. If you don't, once you're in a war, I would think, look, I'm talking hypothetically here, but once you're in a war and they're trying to talk to you because they know that you could be damaging and because you are becoming a nightmare to the other side, you could either make conversation with them, get what you want, and keep proceeding. And I think Putin's not seeing what he wants yet, and he has a different ideology for what he wants, where he's headed. I mean, that's just kind of my thoughts on it. Thanks for saying good evening, Mary Beth. All right, and Eric McCarthy, he's just put up the nuclear power plant long range control Ukraine, officials say. Well, I think everybody has long range missile capabilities. But if you want to know who has the long one, you just think about that nightmare. There is one country that has the longest ballistic missile capability that can go the furthest, and we know that that's China. So, all right, about this Article 25 inciting our representatives in Congress and people to replace our fallen government, do you think they really will, or will they blow us off? Oh, come on. Look, every question is important. I'm not up there. I mean, you've sat with me behind the glass many times. I think I've been pretty accurate. I mean, fairly accurate. If I had a batting average, I'd probably be making millions in baseball, but that's not my life. But nevertheless, yeah, I think they will blow us off. I'm just saying it's where we are right now. And it's because these dictators have the power. They really do. They have something going on there that we can't control. It's just not within our means. And that's why I say to everybody, the importance is, hey, you know what? Let the truckers go to Washington. And while they're going to Washington, everybody else should walk off their jobs too. I mean, you want to do this right? Shut this goddamn country down. Give them nothing to work with. Don't give them any employees to order, dictate to, and to send paperwork and documents throughout the government to, because that's all this is a chase a paper trail of endorsing illegal activities on the American citizens. Screw these people. Excuse the French, but screw these people. You know what I mean? They're nightmares. They're toxic. They're the lowest of rodents that could possibly dwell within the earth's crust, and that's a fact. When there's wrongdoing, there's wrongdoing, and we know that we have that. Nah, Jenna, I don't see anything, and I don't see anything to change because, to be perfectly honest with you, and I'm not a genius here. I just don't think we are at that point. I don't think that they have enough pressure, and what they do, what the Joe Obama administration does have, it has a source of power, and we don't know the capabilities of the full extent of it yet. But I guarantee you, Believe in the unbelievable, more is going to come. This is nothing. And I've told you, when you think you've seen it all, believe in the unbelievable. And I've said it repeatedly to you because it's not going to happen. It's not going to change. You and I talked about this, Jen, almost a year and a half ago. And I know I shattered some people's thoughts. Like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Well, look where we are. All these adjectives of numbers and alphabetical letters and more. I mean, what has made anything better? To me, it's been a narrative to keep us in place, to shut our mouths, to keep us calm. And look, I get that everybody has different ideas and different ideologies and different expectations of hope. But the bottom line, if you really think about it, people, globally, I'm talking to everybody because I have friends coming in, checking in from everywhere, and it gets shared out everywhere. We have to take control of these matters that are going on. Oh, man, I just got dropped a bunch of stuff here. Okay, Gary, all right, let me start going over some reviews here. But yeah, right, he does. He has interest there. Biden has interest there, no doubt. So we're talking to Bill Rigby right now. Biden has property, money, and interest in Ukraine. Yeah, and he would not like nothing more than to see probably Putin destroy every ounce of evidence that Ukraine might have on all the gifts and provisions that have been offered to him and his family of these. All right. Mafia ties family, if you want to call it. Mike is on. He says, when will the justice system and the military uphold their oath? Well, they are, in a sense. Yeah, they're not doing it for us, and I get that, you get that, and thank you for bringing that up. It's a very responsible analogy of where we are. But the bottom line is this: our own family don't want to fight our own family or be at war with them. But the fact of the matter is, who's signing their paychecks? They're going to listen to it. They're going to always have in the back of their mind who they need to listen to. They may have an oath, but there's no leadership at the top guiding the soldiers in a way that would help protect America. They're just letting it run, letting it be there. And that's sad, but that's how I see it. Do you see it any different? I don't know. That's how I see it, Michael, honestly. Gary's back again. They are so damn low that they have to look up to see a whale shit. Okay. I don't know as big as a whale was, but you may be onto something there. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you'll see our government do something for us and fight harder the next time you see a dog with two tails. Okay. I'll put it to you that way. Remember, these fine people really, you know that they're not down with this, but they're in a place and position where, they can be jailed themselves, basically criminally charged for abandoning a position, a military position over an ideology or thought. We do know that this has happened to a couple really good people. Okay. And that's a fact. I feel they are all my family. Yeah. Hey, you know what? These people are troopers and they are our family. And I think the best thing they can do is look out for us if the time would come. But you know what? We're going to need a powerful voice. And there's a meme out there that's real cool. Trump's in it. He's behind the glass like I am. And it says, break the glass in case of an emergency. Well, we have one. But is Trump willing to come out and really talk to the people? I mean, talk to the people. Not talk about the accomplishments. And respectfully, you did them. You had them. Some of them. You couldn't get everything done. We know it. There was a shitload of crap up there you had to put up with. But the bottom line is, maybe Trump will come forth somehow. I don't know. But again, I see no imminent issues in the United States of America unless Joe specifically takes shots at Putin. And again, what would be under attack? I would say get the hell out of Washington. Get the hell out of British Columbia. I'm sorry. You know what I'm talking about up there in Washington. I'm tired. But no, the fact is, I would say get the hell out of Dodge. Honest to God. And that's one of the things about the truckers, support them. I don't know. Yeah, I hear you turn the engine off, gets as much done, but you know what? We're in this, we're all in this together. I got to support the truckers. I just hope Joe doesn't pull some crazy crap like that would actually put us in harm's way. If we were in harm's way, I really think that the direction of harm will go towards Washington. Because you know what? We can replace all these material buildings. We can replace all that. We can't replace the lives that we would lose. I would say get the hell out of Dodge from that standpoint. Putin's making sure that there is no more than a virus bullshit to be spread around anymore. Virus. Let me read this again. Putin's making sure that there is no more of that virus. Oh yeah, I okay. It's not you. It's me. It's called focus when you have blurred vision out of one eye. Um, old age vision. Anyway, it is what it is. Yeah, I think that is the direction of the attacks, which means what is he doing? What is he doing, really? Think about it. He's just not going after a thing. He's going after this global network, a one world order that he evidently, he's not down with. He's just not down with it. And I'm glad he's coming out and that's with that strength, because honestly, even Trump was like promoting it, the medication. Maybe he had other reasons for it. Maybe he was trying to protect something. I don't know. It's all hypothetical. And then he came out when people started booing him on stage. Once you go after the children, no, then medication's off the table. So did that narrative need change because booze don't equal Trump? I mean, I'm just saying this ain't about being against them, but it's something we have to think about. Putin's, not making any remarks to anybody. He ran his country the way he seen fit. Maybe he got all these vials of medication and destroyed them all. We don't know. Once it gets to the country, it's up to the country's leader to make sure that it's done, to push it. Look at Canada. Look at the resource of King Trudeau. The mandate, the force, the push, everything. And where's Fauci? Where the frick is Fauci in all this? Is he hiding in a burial ground somewhere? I don't know, because he's a nightmare, and he can't be happy because seeing that labs are being taken on. I mean, that was his life. That's where all this money went. All right, let me see here. I got to turn up my light on my view screen here. I'm having a really hard time being able to. There we go. Maybe now I can freaking. Don't get old, people. Don't get old. All right. Gary. Wow, Gary, you're busy. If anyone can play chess, then y'all can figure out what is going to happen next, but it takes a chess master because Putin is very good. Well, I call Putin the kiss of death. Truthfully, he's very subtle. And I'm told he's very religious, and that's been repeated to me, that he really is, that he has a good belief system of ethic. He's protecting his country now, and I think he might be being more than doing that. He might be being patriotic to America as well, and people globally. We can only hope that he can help us, because we have no help out of our own America. We don't. We have a contaminant source, of a different measure. So we need somebody like that, and we'll take any global leader that can make a difference, who's willing to fight for our cause. And when we have that, we must support them. The only thing in war, there's always casualties, and we never want one. We never want two. We don't want any. We just don't want none. Bottom line. Yeah, it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So did anybody see any truckers live today? And I'm not done with that part here. Anybody on the truck thing? I mean, I know it's going good. Oh, okay. I just saw a Fauci come up. Whoa. I don't know why it's not loading this for me. He had to protect his family. Yes, Trump. Well, we know that. Look at all the threats. Again, it's a hard place to be. It's a hard place to be. Can't understand one word he says. Me? Yeah, it's probably true. I'm tired. I apologize. Gibberish. Oh, wait, you guys are talking about, I guess, Sleepy Joe. Fauci's in the Batcave. Maybe. The squeaky hinge gets oiled. Let's start the squeaking. Okay, so there's some type of www.house.gov representatives find your representative. And we should voice to all our representatives without a doubt, right? I mean, that's America. That's the pro. Well, no, wait, the process doesn't work like that. It depends. It depends. Um, we have a leadership of blue, and if you're in a blue state, and you come with them with the right, a purposeful agenda that they support, you'll get whatever you want. You'll find that there'll be an open welcome doormat for you. It's open. Get in here. Come on, we can help you out. But if you're in blue and you're red and you're having an issue and it doesn't fit their criteria, you're on a back burner. I mean, think about this. The IRS still didn't get out last year's income tax returns. Just saying, whose did they hold up? It surely wasn't the Democrats. All right, so let me see what else I got here. I know I missed some stuff. They don't always come up. Bill Rigby. Exactly. And when did any country ever say when they will attack another country? Yeah, you don't give that away. And that's one of the things about, even the convoy. I mean, to me, I said last night, and look, I say this with strength. I understand the ethic. I understand the facts behind it, but I would have been happier if they had made no, you know what I mean? They kept it on a down low all the way until it bam happened, but no, days before. And that's what, the weird part for me is implants, and they're everywhere. They filtrate this whole United States. And now look how they're allowing this infiltration of illegal immigrants. They're going to pay them $450,000 each. They're going to give them your Social Security, food stamps, clothing, United Nation cards with cash on it, flying them to pop-up hotels, transporting them on Greyhound buses and more. Whatever these people needed, it's an infiltration of corruption and build a vote platform, as well as hiding United Nations military militia people who trained under the United Nations, who are being infiltrated with this crowd. And they are being infiltrated and getting here and being planted. And why is that? Because our own government wants to take us down. And that's a fact. Look at their surveillance. Look at what's going on. Look at the climate weaponry. And I got a lot to say on that this upcoming weekend as well. But if you look at all these things and these narratives, it's a war against the human race. It's a war against us all. And I've always said this, and I'm glad that people now, though, are wait. And I know many have already woke up, have awakening. I get that. But the point is, there's still a lot out there that haven't. These measures and issues that Putin has now taken place, putting himself in this playfield of danger, may be a key element that's going to turn a lot of the other heads the other way and say, holy shit, we don't want Russia coming after us in the United States. And we have no military here. And the truth of the matter is, most of them wouldn't even understand how broke apart our military is and how scattered they are through the United States, doing these details that make no sense, but they are doing them. They're making flights just because they're making flights. They're not purpose. Pick up an envelope. You fly 500 miles, waste all that fuel, to deliver an envelope. Are you kidding me? But these are the kind of things that are going on. So again, where are we? We're in a war. Is it World War III? No, it's probably like 4 at this point. I think the whole bio weapon was part of the World War III. And I think all we are is we got upgraded. I don't even know where you want to place it. I don't even know where you can place it. But if you look at all these adjectives and narratives and pronouns and this, that, rainbow, this, where are we? It's immense. And then to boot, cyber war. Okay. So you have that. So how do you diversify between all this? That's why I put up there tonight, nightmare. And it's exactly what it is. It's a nightmare and it's toxic. And, people are feeling down and low and out of it. And they just don't, I can understand people's ideas and thoughts behind the fact, I just don't want to get involved. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. I mean, when you start to see shit like this fly over there that could compromise the United States because we have some complete morons running this goddamn country, This is where we are. And this is the facts behind it. We are in that place. And our government is not for us. They just are not for the people. They are for an agenda of a different manner to divide, to separate us, to hurt us, to make us hate each other. It's sad. It's really, really sad. So what do we have at the end of the day? I have you, you have me, we have each other. And that's where we stay strong. Your voice is everything. It truly is everything. And everything that you do matters. And at this point, it matters even more than ever, because we could have our own government for no reason at all. And remember, they will have the safety of the military industrial complex underground wherever they need to be to have it, while everything up on the surface is a nightmare. And they don't care, because it's all about seek and destroy the United States, to depopulate us, to harm us, to take our children, to mask our children, to still fight against the laws that were passed in schools to keep the children's masked. Nothing is ending smoothly and lawfully because of the corruption of what we've been dealt. All right, let me get back to some questions here. We have no leader. Yeah, you do. You got me. We got you, B. Why can't we lead? Why can't we be the difference? Why the fuck can't we be the difference? You got to ask yourself that. Take this bullshit off the shelf here, man. It's us. It's our country. It's who we are. It's what makes us strong. It's what we do will make America strong. When we resist, they lose. They lose. We can't control this whole narrative. And when you have a height of something so strong going on, now's the time to take it by the balls and run with it. But you know what? There's a fear factor out there, an intimidation fear factor of a media vaccination that says, ooh, if you don't go to work, you'll lose your job. Why? Well, there's 11.5 million jobs out there that no one wants right now because of this administration. You know what? We are the strength, and don't ever count yourself out. Don't ever count yourself out. Exactly. And when they did this country ever say attack another country like it has been reported on mainstream media, and the global elites has had this in the works for a few years. Oh, more than a few. Oh, there's paperwork out there. Bill, I mean, I don't disagree with you, Bill. And you're not wrong. You're actually accurate. But you could take your accuracy back many more years than this. America Disclosing Uncensored. Go in there. It's a nightmare, I guarantee you. They're trying to shut that down. It's everything unknown in conspiracy. It's not even political. I don't let charged political go on, which is current political. And I am citizen journalism. I do not let hardcore political go in it because it's my safe group. It's my safe room. If they throw everything else off, I got somewhere to go to still come to you to have voice. And then in between throwing some narratives that I use by talking about different segments and different things that I have interest in, I'm able to drip to you. So we got to protect these elements because you know what? In the art of war, you got to play secretively. Well, you know, part of my secret, so do they. They find me out. But, you know, I'll stand strong with it. We still have a fighting chance, and we do every day that we wake up to a new day. When you don't wake up to a new tomorrow, then it's probably over. But every day can be new and good. It really can. It's how you want to live. It's how you want to live. How you want your resources of America to be. It's broken bad. Trump will be back. We'll build it back. You know what? Don't hold your horses. I'm not against the guy. Just telling you where we're at. You're looking off into a future while we're under some serious oppositions right now. And there's no hope for that to happen. It's not there. I'm not against what you're saying, B. Please understand. I understand your focus. What the hell? You're talking 2024. We may not have a United States in 2024. And then you have this. God's calling. He could call Trump for tomorrow. And then what the freak do people do? You better start waking up here. Everybody better start waking up. We're talking long term, everything, which is long term what? Destruction. And it will come daily. They will attack you daily. They will suppress you daily. They will come back to kill your thought. What we need to do is live day by day and figure out a plan, because to me, that's where we really all are. That's where we all are. Again, I'm with everybody. I am with everybody. 100%. The point is this. Hello, Izzy. How are you? The point is this. We can't look into the future that far. We can create a future to be in place for that far. But we better make sure that we are defending this country in the meantime. Otherwise, it's going to go to hell. We can't put this all on one man's shoulders. We cannot do it, because look in the past. If we don't get rid of this government totally, left side, right side, infiltrators, rhinos, Far East, you get what I'm saying? You're going to have nothing to come back. We're going to have another battle once we get somebody in there, which means what? The same type of shit is going to go down as it did when Trump got in for his first 4 years. What's going to make a difference? It's going to be a new battle, a new day, a new form of hate. Back to square one. I know you're not talking about this, Michael, but I tell you what, honestly, if I could share something with you guys for a minute, you know what? Honestly, it would be an honor and a privilege if I ever could have such an opportunity as that. But I'd have every one of you working with me and for me. I swear to God, I would. You would be the new government. And I wouldn't make a move unless you approved it. I would not make a move unless you approved it. And to say how business savvy I am and what Trump did, well, you follow history and you can be successful with it if you look for the right successor. So anybody could do a good job. But I think you, the people, could do the best job. You, the people, need to get more involved to protect the United States of America. Support the convoy. And for now, until we know more, have faith. Putin might be doing a good thing for us. He really may be helping the patriots of this entire globe. Carl, hey, how are you, brother? I know you always worry about my mouth. You see how I talk. And you're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Gary, I would give my left what? I'm sorry, I'm joking. I would give my life for each and every one of y'all. And you already served your country. You retired. We wouldn't expect that of you. But I would expect someone like you to be in the offices with us, hanging out, dictating, helping us make all the right choices. Because, we grow success and mindfuls as we get older, and we learn by experience. And I'm sure there would be a perfect chair somewhere in Washington for you. A new Washington, a better Washington, a Washington for the people, one that counts, one that represents 1776. Fact. Crush the corporate America system. It's a taxation of slavery. It's never changed. It's always going to be it. And they're going to stick it down our throats. Is everybody sharing this tonight? I need you to share it. Share it to anybody you can. I really appreciate it. Putin is anti-NWO. Hey, do you remember the wrestling thing? Come on, there's wrestlers out there. The New World Order. You don't remember Vince McMahon, was a rock star on how he put all this into wrestling and gave it to us on platforms 20 years ago. Think about it. The Four Horsemen, biblical, the New World Order, Hulk Hogan and Diesel. And, think about the narratives of the entertainment. And you know what? They didn't like Vince for that. They did not like Vince for that. But Vince stands on his own. He does have a support measure of a different, of how he thinks. Hulk Hogan, what you going to do? You know what I'm talking about, B, because I know you're all wrestling. Eat the vitamins. And this is exactly why he warned you. Do you think the Hulk was telling you to take vitamins because you could have arms like him? No. This is not in everybody's genetics. People don't have that. They were preparing you for what was coming. Nobody looked at it. Come on, put wrestling in this whole picture just for a minute, people. Just really for a minute. Look up all the old narratives. Look up all the old wrestling teams, the tag team, this, that, the other, and you'll see I'm right. You'll see that there is a lot of evidence that points the fingers to today. What was coming? I joke not. Yeah, Hulk Hogan and Nash and Scott Hall. Yeah. You got it, brother. You got it. And don't leave out Dave Youngkins. Big Dave Youngkins. Tarantula. He's one of our own legends, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right here. I swear to God. He worked for me. He really did. Beautiful guy. Now he's political, like a Jesse Ventura, and he's serving on the Munhall Council, and where they can keep control under the dictator, that runs the municipality there. So I'm glad we helped and got him in. And believe me, they don't want to piss Dave off. I mean, we're talking like 400 pounds of like, I'll knock you through the wall, 6'7", whatever he is. He's a big man. He really, really is. But next to the giant, what's it? I can't think of his name. I mean, he was small potatoes, really. Honest to God, some people are just huge. Big John Studd. That's another one. Yeah. Okay. But we're not going to get into too much wrestling here. But it was just some ideas. I mean, look how well prepared we were. Did you not look? I did. I'm sorry. I did. That's why I viewed stuff for the last 47 years of my life. That's why I am considered now. I have a new name and title. But I think I just have some friends joking with me that they heard that I was being looked upon as a conspiracy terrorist, not a terrorist, but a terrorist. And maybe I am. Maybe knowledge creates names. And that's where I'm at. That's who I am. I'll accept that. Any other questions you guys want to voice? Come on. You guys were pissed off when I was looking in those groups. All the patriotic groups out there. Beth's going to list them. We're going to make up a platform thing. You guys got to jump in. Listen, when you can't get enough out on your own page or in the groups because they shut groups down, we have a safe haven for you that's been developed. There's like 10 quick groups you can go in. Lots of chat all day long, conversations, people, support. It's all in there, from general talking, things going on in neighborhoods, news, and then, of course, all this corruption that we have been dealing with for the last 2 years. It's baggage, but if you love it, it's there for you, and you can choose a name you like and an environment that's good for you. Step into it and fill it, man, because it's good, it's positive. And right now, I mean, I have multiple, like just all these things in these groups keep popping up. These people are out there, and they're for us. They're with us. And, what I like to do is give a place for people to go to so they can enjoy themselves and stay in a fight. Look for some positivity. Keep information as good as it can, as truthful as it can be. And then we utilize it on how we live. If we know truth, our lives are easier to live. You may walk across the street, but now you know to look both ways before you continue crossing. You know what I mean? You remember Mom always saying, look before you cross the street, that kind of thing? That's the same narrative. That's what knowledge does from us. It gives us an awareness to look both ways before we proceed forward. And we need things like that because that's our strength. That's our battlefield. We now live in a battle in the United States of America. These agendas are devised to attack us on many, many levels. They truly are. The more knowledge you have, the easier you'll be able to walk through life laughing in their face that they're every bit the idiots we thought they were. Because you'll know the truth the whole time they're giving you facts of lies. Because their facts are lies, and that's how they exist. You guys are helping me to keep it together because this crap that is going on is really playing hell with my PTSD. Is that shareable information? I'm joking. I want to make him smile. I'm just joking. I want to make him smile. Patriots from everywhere. You're right, Beth. We do have patriots from everywhere, worldwide. We have global patriots, and that's for every country on this planet. Come in, invite your friends, whoever sees us, look for us, look for us. I'll make sure that we get everything written on to where or contact one of our friends, one of our followers, anybody. Get into the group and don't come in and just leave. Don't be a sissy. Don't leave. That is a discouragement to people. Give it a moment. Take it in. Maybe it won't be for you, and I get that. But on the other hand, give it a moment to see if it works for you, because it may just help you when you don't think it will. Keep it on the back burner. You can hit ignore, but don't just leave a group because it doesn't seem what's right for you, because people are trying to get to the bottom of information and freedom. And freedom is for our children, and it's a security for our future. And this is why I fight so hard to be creative every day. I mean, truly, I really do. I go to sleep, I eat, drink, and shit this stuff. And you know what? Why? Because there's a positive impulse that comes from it for me. It puts my mind set in a different place. It really does. And I enjoy going to work, and I enjoy coming home, and I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy talking to you, and I enjoy putting posts up, and I enjoy letting you know where I can see illegal ongoings and more. If there's anything that I can share to you, I will. And I will share this again. I got word right before I came on that there was a friend in Wyoming that had a direct contact in Ukraine. So I'm hoping to get them on. It's been offered to me. I don't know who they are. I'm waiting for the contact information to come back to me. I'm hoping that that'll happen. Maybe tomorrow night while Jen and I are on, we can make that happen. If not, while this is going on, I'm going to come on for a while, as much as I can, every evening to hang out with you guys and see where we're going and all this. But right now, I want to actually just take a moment for the people in Ukraine, the good people that are like possibly even your relations. I mean, truly. We all came from different countries to come to America. Doesn't mean that we don't have relatives in these countries. Take a moment in your own mind for just 1 minute and think for them, a thought of positivity and prayer to them, and for our truckers who are going to be in a battle to do good for America and stand up and give the patriotic meaning back, because that's what they're doing. And to also say to Mr. Putin, never forget that citizens are only the people. They are not the cause of the problems. Direct your focuses, Mr. Putin, on the places and people who illustrate these bad doings. And I want everybody to just take your moment for a second and just think to yourself anything that comes to mind of positivity for everybody in Ukraine and the surrounding areas there, Askar and whatnot, where there were people's lives lost this morning. When I left this morning to go to work, there was like 45 people that did die. Now, they could have been lab technicians. I don't know, because of where the isolated hits were hit. And and more things like this happen, but it's for the good. Then we must accept it, because we had no choice. Look what this bacteria release has done to the United States and all the people throughout the world also. That was an act of war and crimes on humanity, and we still must stand firm and stand our grounds. It's a hard pill to swallow, to know that you have to accept death in war, but it does come on many levels. It just does. All right, so Charlie Walsh is in. Charlie, I want to say hi to you and thank you for helping out in all them groups that we got you established in. I see you got hit over 500 in a few days with one of them. People are looking. Gary, it just showed where Communist Kerry. Yeah, I know that man. The one that gave his kid a bunch of money for, of course, a funded project by the government. Sure, it's all about placement, selection, placement. Money follows. That it, man. They give all the money to family, for jobs, for high wages. That's what it's for. All right, but anyway, where Communist Kerry said this war is going to upset the environment. How stupid is that? Well, just maybe Putin's trying to put an end to the manufacturing of all these chemicals that they're aerospraying over our heads. These biolab technicians were more than just medical labs. They were part of the New World Order that and China that ships this shit to all the countries of the globe to spray it above our heads. So remember, he's not lying to you. He's just not coming out and telling you the whole reason to why he's saying what he's saying. It's there. And they are contaminating our skies every day. They just are. They are. There's not a doubt about it in my mind. And I'm going to go over a big list of shit. The next couple days, I guarantee you. It's mind blowing. All right. So, Deborah Ann Myers, let's give her a moment of time. Kunatop is now, someone just popped in, so I jumped it up. Okay. Is now under siege. Okay. Russia has surrounded the city. People still moving forward. Well, yeah, I really do believe that Putin's going to allow the people the freedom to move for safety or towards family. I don't think he wants. Come on, we're not living this Nazi regime here. That's not who Putin is. You know, he would go down in history as somebody that he would never want people. You know, I just not. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I think in war, we got to stand strong. And if you see acts of kindness to the people, allowing movement to occur, that's a positive note. That's a positive note. We must remember when Putin gives orders and when the military strategists give orders, it's on the soldiers to create this function and make sure it occurs properly. Some people may think they're losing their homes forever, but I doubt that will happen. I would say once Putin's job is done, as he goes as far as he can, whatever's left of whatever rubble or maybe a good normality still stands, people will be able to reflect and go back to their homes under a new control, which would be back, as they call it, the old Soviet Union. Facts are facts here. It's Russia's. Okay. Gary just showed commentary. Okay, let me see what else. Trying to catch up here. Eric, 85. So you're not even talking to me. Eric, 85K people surrounded under siege. Okay. All right, so 85K. All right, Gary's back. And Beth saying, I read somewhere earlier that Putin was working with Trump to expose lies. Well, let me tell you something. As I said early in the segment, anytime Putin and Trump were in the same building, they were the only two people happy to see each other. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Go back and review some films. Go back and review them. Oh, wow. I don't know what we're wowing about, man. We out of liquor? I need some liquor. The coffee's cold. Okay. Well, that's what happens in war, Deborah. Appreciate the information, but they're going to move forward, I would think, and expedite movements relatively quickly. However, the little tidbits of threat coming from the United Nations to Putin is we're a lot stronger than you. We spend 10 times more money because we give it to them. But is it a fact? If that's a fact, why do they only have 26 planes? I think Putin needs to know all he knows. I think Putin knows everything about the United Nations. And I think there's a lot of global terrorists, elite terrorists, not going to be doing so good at the end of Putin's day when he's finished with all this. I'm just going to leave it like that. Izzy's back. Hey, Izzy. Izzy replied to Beth. I read somewhere earlier that Putin was working with Trump. Okay. Then that was probably started at the very private Helsinki summit. Yeah, maybe. If you recall, as I do, the rats and rhinos went nuts. Yeah. And thank you for using that term rats. And because I call them rodents, the double R, but it's still rats, rodents, R&R. I get it. You're right. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And by the way, Izzy Wilshire, very good patriot, has the Patriot Lab, 1776 2.0, another great group out there in America, supports the patriots, the news, the current events. And she does fact check. She does fact check. She's like Beth. Everybody gets fact check. Honestly, you might not know this, but that it's what they do. Before I'm even allowed to have a friend, they got to fact check them. You know what I mean? But it's trolls get you killed. So, when you have rock stars like this that can tip you off, or people like Beth and Nancy and more, Lady Liberty, all these real warriors of the 10, that's the product of who these strong women are. They really are. I'm not surrounded by any of them. I don't see them. Well, on occasion, if they're near me and, I'm at a function or something like that, or the steak salad luncheon. That's happened before. But I mean, that's what we do from behind here. And I wish I could congregate all you guys together, man. Honestly, I could put a hell of a party together. I just don't know if it's the right time to say, hey, who wants to take a weekend ride while we got convoys going on throughout America prepping. And remember, the overpasses, anywhere you can show strength and support, the truckers will be expecting to see you, no doubt. And remember, going through Pennsylvania, it might get a little tricky because we have a tricky King Wolf out there in the governor's mansion who has a different type and form of dictation and a narrative of how he wants to do roadblocks through Pennsylvania as the trucks come through. So I might ask you this: how will this all affect our essentials and more? It's something we need to think about. So next time you're out shopping, you might just need to pick up 5 or 6 more canned goods or something. I don't know. I don't know where this could all go. I don't know at what cost this that may come back on all the truckers. I just don't know. And last night I was talking about $7,500 to put a hook on a truck and tow it away on its owner. Of course, while the police or whatever law enforcement, National Guard or more are in place. So just be careful for what you own. It's yours. It's okay, but I'm a lady. I didn't say you weren't a lady. Never said it. Nope, you're not going to get me there. And I'm a gentleman, you know that. And I have a caring heart, and you can confirm that. Boy, do I feel stupid. You shouldn't feel stupid by any means. Did I miss something from you, brother? And all this time I thought Izzy was, okay, now I'm getting it. No, 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 no. No, no, no. She's a warrior. She's one of the 10. She's a rarity. She really is. She's very strong. All right, Deborah, what else you got, man? If I would have known you would have been so in tune tonight, no joke, I'd have just brought you in live and you could have read commentary off to the side on everything you're looking at off your computer. You're going to have to invest in a headset. Now, you probably already got it because I know you're in pretty good shape. I know who you are. I actually grew up with Deborah. Deborah's a rock star, good girl. And she started working at a very young age. She really did. She did. She's just that type of person. Has good focus. And I'm not going to get into her personal life, but she's a rock star that way. Denise Olson's came in and is watching with us. Hi, Denise. Just doing some reviews back forward, saying hello to everybody, and anything else that's on their mind. What else in Ukraine do we need to worry about? And I'm asking you guys, what do you have for me as far as like what you can confirm as far as where the convoy is? What is their placement right now? Because I worked all day. I came home. I'm diabetic. I had to eat. I wanted to come downstairs. I really wanted to get on live with you guys for a while and just talk, and show support because this is for you. This here, America, globally. Jump into this group. Jump into this room, man. Jump in. Share this podcast to every John, Dick, and Harry, or whatever that old saying is. Because you know what, you can come in here and use this platform for voice and support. All right, nobody's making any comments, but I'll give you a second to see if you come up with anything on that for me. And I'm going to light a cigarette. This is because what goes, I wouldn't even smoke, but how can you not? They're probably poisoning these too, but what life isn't poison? Depleting our water. And then the bushes go down in Paraguay and buy thousands of acres of freshwater resources. Did you know that? I did. Why was that? Why would you buy a freshwater resource habitat? Think about it. Think about it. The Bush family, of all people. Very interesting, 9/11. But anyway, It's that type of place that they're in. The oil tycoons. Okay, it jumped on me, but it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I really am. Jen and I are going to do a lot of preparations tomorrow evening to be as informative as we can. Looking for a possibility of a special guest coming on. And you know what? Right now, I'm more concerned for the well-being of everybody's anxieties and social disparities and so forth. I can put everything else on the back burner while we're going through this and reach out. I don't mind doing it. I really don't. Um, all it takes is a little bit of support to keep the interest here alive. But in the meantime, you know, you can't eat this every minute of the day. It's phenomenal that we have such strength in America. It is. It's phenomenal. It's sad, though, in ways that more people aren't fighting to come out to help with the resources of some of the fundamental ongoings and legalities that are occurring. We still need to stand a little stronger for the schools, for the mama bears. There's still a lot of things not right there, as well as the informatives here that we have. These master researchers that can just come up with the most incredible information and paperwork. We need more of you. We really do. And we need more people to stand down in front of the city, county buildings and wherever issues are in your jurisdictional jurisdiction, whether it's county, city, state, local, and stand up for the freedom of America and fight for the freedom of America. You should never feel ashamed to carry your flag. If anything, right now in this time, you should have all the pride and more pride and never be ashamed of an accomplishment of being able to walk with something that has such meaning. Never forget why so many Americans died. And they died over lies. They were told lies to fight in wars to create money for the elites because it suited an agenda and a depopulation note. So never, ever be embarrassed of the RD blue. I'm sorry, RWB. Never be embarrassed. Red, white, and blue means everything. Live it, breathe it, cook with it, clean with it. It doesn't matter. Always treat the flag with respect. And that's where we're losing this whole United States, the integrity of the United States. Well, one thing I will say before I head out for the evening, get a shower, get my butt to bed. I got an early day to start tomorrow. Is this? I appreciate what you guys do coming in and support and just to have some general conversation because it's truly important. We need to stay strong and aware. And without you, I couldn't do it, to be honest with you. I really couldn't. Um, there's a couple new platforms coming up also in March. Patriot Lounge is hitting YouTube. Bees Workshop's coming on soon in March. I'll be still around. And there's a few others. We're the low totem pole people. There's people out there with much bigger voices, but let's support these guys and give them a good start because you just never know the difference that one can make. But again, don't get too angry. Don't get too angry. All right. Any final thoughts before we all head out into the war zone? I feel like I had a meeting with the military tribe here. No final thoughts? Well, I'm going to wish you blessings and prayers, honestly, and to stay strong. And if you feel better by having a drink, have a drink. If you feel better by toking a smoke, toke it. Whatever works for you. It's your world. It's your life. It's your future. Remember, your future starts by every step you take into it. If you choose to sit back, you'll be passed over. and you may find yourself to be in the worst place you ever thought you could wind up being in. So always remember to focus on the future, the information, and remember to look both ways before you cross. I hope you get my point there. In the meantime, even when I'm off the air, if you want, you can continue sharing this out, get it to people everywhere. And not for my own doing, for you guys, really. I can help narrate it, sure. But the point is, it's about you. It's about who cares for you. And I do. I really do. And think about all the hours I've sat in front of this thing and then the work that I put behind it. It's nice to come on, though, just now and just share general conversation. It doesn't have to be so much citizen journalism, but it still is creative facts, even with a few mistakes. It's all good, right? We're all people, and people make mistakes. It's fine. We can all do it. We can all give wrong dates, times, someone's name. We all get it. That's what makes us great. We're all different. And together, there's a greatness. It's always bigger. All right. So anyway, I didn't get any new comments. Again, thank you, everybody. I'm going to check out for the night. I wish you all the best. Prayers, rest. And remember, we'll regroup in the morning. And I'm sure there'll be another part of the war to attack. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.